honeys. I just wanted to come to you real quick because I actually just left an interview. And no, I didn't go in an interview with this scarf on my head, okay? It's raining outside. And when I got in the car, I decided to put my scarf back on and my rain boots, okay? But anyway, I just came from an interview, and I was just thinking, because the interviewer was asking questions about basically, why should we have you in this position and everything like that, what makes you different and everything like that. And at the end of the interview, it was like a group panel interview, and at the end of the interview, I was talking to one of the young ladies who was on the panel doing the interviewing about, you know, she was just discussing different options that I can do, the other programs that they had, or different options, different things that I wasn't unaware of. And when I was talking to her, I was letting her know that I did put in a position with within the company at another place, but I've been praying to God to just have me be in that position that God wants me to be in. In other words, it got me to thinking, to say, I don't want anything, I don't want to do anything, I don't want to pursue anything, I don't want to be anywhere, any place, unless it's God's will for me to do that. For example, I don't want the job unless it's God's will for me to have the job. I don't want the house unless it's God's will for me to have the house. I don't want that husband unless it's God's will for me to be married to him. And the reason is being that I have learned early in life, because I was always a driven person and wanted to be successful, but if it's not God's will for you to have that job, that husband, any situation, it's not going to really end well for you. And I say that because I was really determined. I had really good jobs, and the problem was I didn't seek God first before I actually got, or I didn't ask God, is it his will for me to have those jobs? Now everything happens for a reason, and it's a reason why I actually did the jobs or whatever. But I have learned that unless it's God's will for me to do something, then I don't want to do it. I just don't want it, because I want to be in his will. I want to be aligned with the plan that God has for me, and in that plan, in the will for what he has me to do, it could be me running into someone and helping them out, or running into someone and blessing them. And how am I going to be able to do that if I'm not in his will? How am I going to be able to carry out the plans that he has for me, and as well as for other people, whether it's me helping them or them helping me? So I just want to encourage you guys to, before you do anything, a major decision with life that you basically can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do it on your own. Any major decision, just seek God first. Ask God, Lord, do you want me to have this job? If it's your will, let me have this job. Do you want me to buy this house? If it's your will, let me buy this house. Let me tell you, me and my husband looking for a house since January. It is now December. We finally got a house. Well, we went to settlement in August. Yes, in August. And at the beginning of August. But it took a long time of us finding a house. You know why? Because I asked and prayed. We asked and prayed to God, Lord, I want the house that you want us to have. Because then you end up getting a house that God didn't tell you to get. And now you have to have an outstanding mortgage because you can't afford the house. What was the point? And then next thing you know, you're in bankrupt, or you're in foreclosure. What's the point of having a house unless that's the house that God wants you to have? Now you have to deal with foreclosure and being bankrupt, can't afford your payments. Let me tell you, this house that I have right now, that I waited for, that me and my husband waited for, that God has destined for us to have because we asked and said, Lord, what do you want us to have? That's what we want. my house that I have now is mortgage free. We don't pay a mortgage. And that's what God can do for you. And that's what having grace. God has given me grace and favor over my life, because I cannot say not one person that I know that is my age, I'm 29 years young, who is living in a house mortgage free, own it outright. And that's what happens when you wait on God and you ask God to give you what his will is for your life. So I just wanted to encourage somebody to, before you do anything, seek God first. Seek God first, because you will be so much better off if you do, rather than trying to do it on your own. And next thing you know, you end up flat on your face, and then you come to God and say, Lord, please help me. But if you seek him first, everything gonna fall into place. So that's all I wanted to say. And I hope that everyone have a blessed and wonderful day. Bye.